All right, quick sound check. Perfect. We sound good. All right. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are watching from. Thank you so much for being here. Boy, oh boy, are we excited. This is the first matchup for one of the RAE teams in 86 League as they just started this season. This is week number 1 happening right here, right now. I'm excited. If you couldn't tell, I hope you guys are as well. We got Impex Huskies facing off RAE's Calculated Chaos in the Quake division, Quake B, in a 3v3 best of 5. So once everybody gets here, we're gonna get them all on the field, get them ready to go, and we'll have some Rocket League happening. But how are you guys doing? What's going on? Hello, Maj. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Love to see the support. Appreciate it. I thought I saw a lot of people join. Okay. I just got a text from like my team saying that they're ready, but I just don't see them, so I thought the game was glitching. My fault. But alrighty, there we go. Alright, everybody's here. Now we are good to go. And without further ado, let's get right into the game. Here we go. Game number 1, kickoff number 1. I'm just gonna say Cutie. I love that. I was gonna say Teo, but I think I might go with Cutie there. Nice pass over to the wall. Orlando with the follow-up. It is set up. Defense is on it. Another follow-up shot just above the net. ×2. Orlando had a great rebound. Torrington on defense, sending it to the wall. A nice pass center. Devil with the pinch. Great teamwork there as everybody's a little low on boost there. Very, very tactical. OT with the pass to Torrington. A little bit of a back pass over to Devil. Ball's going towards the net, into the corner there. Cutie with the pass down line off the wall. Nice follow-up. Great second touch there. Again, off the backboard. A little bit of a back pass. Orlando, a little too high. No follow-up there. Here comes Teo with the touch, sending it to the wall. Moving towards the net. OT is there. One touch center. As Torrington follows it up, we have a shot, and it's in! Torrington with the first goal of the game here for Calculated Chaos. Great teamwork there. Pass by OT, shot by Torrington, and it's in. That's going to push us to kickoff number 2 here. Welcome on in if you were just joining us. 4 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Ball's already up the wall. Poppy with the send towards the net. OT with the send out. A follow-up by Orlando. It's a shot, and it's in! We now have a tie game within like about 10 seconds too. Great teamwork there. OT with the defense getting in the way of the first shot. Unfortunately, just couldn't get that second one, but it's alright. There's still tons of time. We got 3 minutes, 55 seconds in kickoff number 3. Orlando and OT on it as Cutie now takes over. Devil with the 50. A pass over to OT. A little bit of a back pass. Torrington with the follow-up. Shot just wide of the net. Very, very close. We're now in that right side corner, moving down line. Defense now turning into offense. Calculated Chaos putting up their walls. Torrenton getting in the way. A pass center from the offense. Orlando with the touch over to OT as he takes it up the wall. Tries to stick with it. Nice 50. Still keeping the ball at bay. Just past midfield now. Off the backboard. OT with the touch. Moving down a field. A little bit of a stop. Torrenton getting shut down quite quickly too. Devil with the touch very high up. OT with a great follow-up. Pushing the ball downfield just a little bit. Orlando now. Off the ceiling. Pushing the ball towards the net. Devil on defense. Sends it over to the offense. And it's shut down by Torrenton. Orlando with the touch. Sending it to the corner as it bounces back center. He does not get the follow-up. Teo is there though with the clear. Torrenton getting in the way of that shot. A nice save. Orlando with the follow-up off the backboard. Bouncing play. No rebound on target there. It was wide. Still, great reflexes there as the ball's now going center. We got calculated chaos on the offense for a second. Now turn defense as Orlando moves down line into the corner. Teo with the follow-up. Devil leaving it for Torrenton. Great comms it seems like as it goes off the wall. Once again, double tap, triple tap right into the net. Let's take a look at that replay real quick, okay? We got Torrenton taking it to the wall. One touch from Orlando, playing the bounce, and then plays the bounce again. And that's going to give Impex the lead here. With 2 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock, we got kickoff number 4. Calculated Chaos sending this ball straight into the right side corner. OT with the follow-up, but defense gets there first. Teo with the touch over to Torrenton. As the nice 50 turns into a bouncing play off the corner, almost center. Orlando on defense sends it out as we have a turnaround by Torrenton once again. Teo with the small clear. OT with the turnaround. It is a shot. Saved away by Teo. Devil with the shot. Again, just wide, but defense was also there. Torrenton went up for that. Great challenge there. Orlando still moving downfield. A pass center. Not looking too good. There's the shot, and it's in. Now having a 2-goal deficit, Impex takes the lead and extends it here. Here we go, 3-1, 1 minute 49 seconds on the clock. Teo and Torrenton. As the ball goes to the wall, Orlando takes over. Nice shot on net, bouncing play. Torrenton with the save, another shot. Devil on defense sends it out. Teo now with the center. OT getting in the way of that one. A little bit of a bump. Could be still taken over though. Torrenton sends it down line. A quick turnaround by the offense though. Devil Hunter only one back for a second. Holding down the fort. OT trying to set up a nice little passing play. Get a little area covered. Couldn't quite do that. Things do turn around though. Teo now on the attack, leaves it for Devil as they get the clear. Orlando with the read off the wall though, sends it back into the corner, plays the bounce, it's going center. OT with the touch, sending it into the corner. We have 1 minute remaining. Still a 2-goal deficit as OT gets a nice little back pass. Torrenton sends it to the backboard. Maybe a little bit of a mistake. Offense capitalizing on that one. Almost gets it center. Again, Devil Hunter taking that 50. Teo with the send over. Torrenton is there with a great catch. Taking the 50. A pass over to OT to the corner. Playing off the wall. Orlando with the touch and leaves it for his teammate. That would have been quite the own goal there had it gone in. Teo now with another shot. A little too high. OT taken out with a demo. Torrenton in charge. Taking the 50. Ball's bouncing off the wall. Going towards the net. It's a great 50 just outside. Orlando makes it back in the nick of time though. Sends it to the corner as Teo now takes over. Plays off the wall. Torrenton with the touch back down towards the net. But Orlando is there for the turnaround. Takes it just outside. Devil is there with the touch. Teo passing it center. And that's going to end game number 1. Impex Huskies taking this one. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we do have rotating maps today, which is very, very exciting. At least for me. It's one of my favorite things. Hey, right, okay, at least they're trying, okay? That's what matters the most. Alright, everybody ready to up. We're ready for game number 2. I hope you guys are as well. As everybody gets onto the field, it's looking like we're having a sub come in. We got Lith now on the field. Here we go. Game number 2, kickoff number 1, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. OT in Orlando as OT takes this kickoff, sends it into the right side corner. Got defense in control for a second. A pass down to Lith. Torrenton with the turnaround. Defense going towards the ball. Orlando taking over, getting past OT, moving down line. Looking like we might have a passing opportunity. It is a shot. Torrenton with the save as they move it downfield. No boost in the tank. In comes OT, shot just wide of the net. Lith with a great catch, taking it to the corner, grabbing that corner boost, moving down line. Orlando's already up, one touch, sends it up high. OT almost there. We have a bump on Lith. Orlando sending the ball towards the net. Torrenton getting in the way. In comes another shot. It is wide. Another 50 by Orlando on Torrenton. In comes Devil, sending the ball down to the wall, back to midfield. As he tries to stick with it, he's got no boost. Couldn't do too much there. Ball's going back onto calculated chaos side of the field. But now Torrenton gets the clear. Almost a shot. Great save by Orlando as the ball's back in that left side corner. Devil with the shot. And it's saved away. Ball's going back out. Torrenton off the backboard. Great catch by defense once again. Torrenton falling out, looking for some bumps as Devil gets a touch on the ball. Sends it back out. OT with the 50 loses that one. We have an open net here, but no capitalization just yet. A pass over to Lith. A great shutdown by Devil. Orlando now with the turnaround. OT with the bump. Ball's going over to Torrenton as he's trying to move out of the corner. He does get 50'd. It is a setup. Lith with the shot just wide. He now goes up the wall, going with the passing play here. Second man couldn't quite catch up to that. It's okay. It was great strategy though. Love to see incorporations of team plays. Another shot. Torrenton with the save. Devil trying to get the clear. Lith not letting it happen. OT just fakes that one out as Devil now takes over. Orlando with the turnaround. Great touch by Torrenton there. That was a great setup for offense. Very, very dangerous position to be in. Torrenton with a great read. Another passing play. Shot is just a little too high. Torrenton with the touch over to Orlando. In comes OT. Just adding a little bit of pressure there. Adding to a little bit of the mental game. Great pass by OT over to Torrenton. Let's take a look at that replay here. We got Devil with the pass out. OT with the pass center. Torrenton with the long shot. Full team effort. And that's going to give the lead to Calculated Chaos. We are about halfway through the game as well. We got 2 minutes, 32 seconds on the clock. A little bit of a delayed kickoff. A little bit of a double commit. Got Devil on defense. Orlando sending it up high. No follow-up though. Lith now taking over as they get demoed out. Devil gets a touch, pushing the ball to the corner. Orlando sends it out. Devil trying to get a touch on it. Couldn't quite do it. Lith now taking over, pushing it into the corner. And we have a little bit of a miss from the defense. And Lith with the capitalization here. Lith with a great dribble going into the corner. One small mistake by Torrenton. Defense just could not get back in time. And now we have a tie game. Once again. 1-1. 2 minutes, 8 seconds on the clock. As the ball goes to the wall, we got OT taking over, going for the air dribble, and it's shut down by Lith. The great save as they get demoed out. We got Devil now taking over. Ball's going center. Defense is on it. A great pass over to Lith. Long pass down line there. Orlando now taking over. Another pass center. Shot is wide. In comes Devil off the wall. Back over to OT. Lith with the 50. Ball rolls down perfectly over to Lith. They had no boost. That was a little risky there. OT now with a touch. Devil with a pinch. Great 50 as it goes into that left side corner there. Orlando with the pass out. OT getting bumped by Liz. Liz still keeping up with the ball. Defense trying to go back as Devil sends the ball down line. Ball is up. So is Torrenton. Flippy with a touch over to the corner. Trying to keep up with the ball. Devil with great defense there. A little bit of a team bump for Impex there. Torrenton pushing the ball into the corner. Lith with the turnaround. In comes OT. Just getting in the way a little bit. Nice little fake. Flippy takes over. A nice 50 by Devil as Orlando touches the ball and it bounces out from the corner. Torrenton now taking over. Pass to OT. There's the shot and it's in! Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at that replay there. Torrenton with the dribble. Very nice. And then the pass. OT with the shot. Top right corner. And there you have it. Calculated Chaos taking the lead right back with only 46 seconds to go. Ball is stalled at kickoff. Lith moving downfield. Great 50 by Torrenton. A little bit of a double commit by Devil. Flippy now taking over, going for the shot. OT getting in the way, pushing the ball back into the corner. Orlando getting shut down by Devil. As we have a double commit by Impex. We can have a capitalization moment there. Couldn't quite do it. Great recovery by Lith. Calculated Chaos still on offense. Ball's going back to midfield. OT with the touch. As it bounces, we got Clippy now taking over. OT sends it to the other side of the field. Torrenton is there. Quick shutdown by Orlando. Second man gets demoed out. In comes Clippy with the shot. Great touch by OT, grabbing that corner boost as well. Another 50 on Orlando. Sends the ball back to midfield. Lith with the touch. Torrenton is there with the touch. Going towards the net. It just has to drop and it's over. Calculated Chaos takes game number 2. There you have it. We now have a tie game series of 1-1 here. Thank you, Maj. Quick update. With that, we're going to be heading on to game number 3 on DFH Stadium. I don't know about you guys, but having D and F next to each other, just, I don't like it. DFH. Maybe that's just me with my pronunciations and it's just a little hard for me. I don't know if it is for you guys, but I'm not a fan of that. Anyways, back to the game. We got game number 3 now. Again, tie game series 1-1. Very close games. Last game, a lot closer than the first game, but still, this is exciting. Here we go. It's anybody's ball game right now. We know both teams can win against each other, so let's see who comes out with a win in game number 3 as we got kickoff number 1 already underway. Nice volley between these two teams. We got Lith with the pass over to Orlando. Great 50 by Torrenton. Unfortunately, he loses that one as Orlando goes with the air dribble. It's a bouncing play. A setup for Teo. Great save by OT. Great read. Again, a little bit of a team bump there. Lith with the touch. Sends it over to Devil as the ball goes up the wall. Orlando is there for the steal. As it bounces center, we got defense on it. OT with the save. Another shot incoming, and it's in. Great follow-up by Lith there. Let's take a look at this replay real quick. Lith was a little hard to see. So, because Devil had the save and Lith just got a tiny touch, just enough to put it in the net. So, first goal of the game is going to Impex Huskies here. 4 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock. Teo taking this kickoff as it goes into the right side corner. OT trying to take it to the other side. Great 50 by Orlando. Devil with the clear as it goes off the wall. We got Teo playing the bounce as he goes for the air dribble, right for the net. A little bit of a reset. Great save by OT just before he gets taken out with the demo. Another shot goes off the post. Orlando with the setup. Torrenton is there. Followed up by Devil. Lith playing off the wall. Great touch by OT there. Teo now having to take over as he gets the ball center. Torrenton is there. One soft touch. A nice turnaround by Orlando. There's the shot, and it's in. We now have an extended lead for Impex here, 2-0. Got Orlando with the touch and the shot. Here we go. 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Kickoff number 3, Lith and OT as the ball goes off the wall. Lith plays the bounce. It is a shot. Orlando with the rebound. In comes Teo, but OT just beats him there. Ball's going back center, and Torrenton with full boost moves it down field. As he gets bumped off, we have OT with the 50 on Lith, but Lith wins that one as it goes back into that right side corner there. Teo now in control, going for the flick. Great save by OT as the ball bounces out. We got Lith there, but OT just beats them all the way into the right side corner of Impex here. Orlando in possession. Moving downfield, down line, a pass over to Lith. Lith now in charge, trying to cut the ball. Goes right for the net, and it's saved away by Torrenton. Ball's bouncing past Orlando. Torrenton trying to get past Teo. Lith now with a touch. Trying to get past OT. There's Devil with the follow-up, but Orlando has the turnaround. Torrenton is there. No boost, no problem. He grabs the save. As things turn around, it is another passing play, but it's shut down by defense fairly quickly. OT now in possession, going right for the net, looking for a nice play. They do get the shot. Orlando with the save. Teo on defense sends it to the corner. Pass over to Orlando. Torrenton with the turnaround over to Lith. As the ball is up back past midfield, we have a shot. Saved by Devil, followed up by Lith. A little too wide, not quite the angle. OT now getting 50'd by Teo as he takes over. From the other side of the field, off the backboard comes Torrenton, moving down line now. Ball's back at center. OT with the pass off the wall. Lith with the turnaround. Ball is up again. Torrenton with a touch mid-air. Devil with the follow-up, going with the air dribble. Ran out of boost. The Lith now taking over. One touch over to Torrenton. Great car control, going for the air dribble. Dropping low, and Lith with the save. Great read by defense. Lith taken out with a demo. We have a little bit of the defensive pressure lightened just a little bit, but Lith is now back as they play off the backboard. One touch over to Orlando. Ball's going down line. Lith with the follow-up. Taking a shot. Great save by Devil. We got Teo now with the back pass over to Orlando. Torrenton trying to get in the way. A for effort. Lots of bumps. Lots of demos happening. Torrenton with a touch. Pinches it back into his own corner. Devil misses that one. In comes Lith, but Torrenton is there. A great 50, but Teo has the follow-up. It does go wide. Lith is there off the backboard over to Teo. Teo with the pop-up. It is center. OT is there. One soft touch over to Torrenton. He just misses the connect. It would have been a great team play there. Devil with a great 50. Unfortunate that the shot was still just wide. 64 seconds to go. Torrenton now in charge, and now he's taken out with the demo. 1 minute remaining. And Orlando has a small clear shut down by Calculated as Lith does get the clear. Torrenton already up, pushing the ball into the corner, keeping it away from the net, out of the danger zone. Devil with the 50. Back over to Orlando with the shot. OT with the save as the ball pops out. We got Lith with the touch. Turning things around. Defense again getting a clear here as they move downfield just a little bit. Orlando resets all the progress they just made. Another passing play. Great save by OT. Teo now taking over as he goes right for the net. We got Devil with the turnaround, sending it down line, trying to get past Lith and Teo. Orlando gets the clear. OT is there. Just kind of getting in the way a little bit. Teo off the wall. Devil with the touch. 10 seconds to go. It's looking like this one's going to be in favor of Impex Huskies here. Once that ball touches, we'll be heading into game number 4 here. There you have it. Impex Huskies taking game number 3, 2-0. A little bit of a shocker, as about every single game, both teams have scored at least 1. So Impex Huskies holding Calculated Chaos at 0. Very interesting. That is going to put us on game point. We got Impex Huskies now with 2 wins, Calculated Chaos with 1. So as we head on over to game number 4 on Sovereign Heights, we are going to see if that's going to end the series, or if Calculated Chaos is going to push us for a game number 5. Aquadome is only used for best of 7s. Since this is a best of 5, we will not see Aquadome or Neo Tokyo. Not until playoffs, at least. All right, let's hear it for your teams. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Calculated Chaos on their last leg. Impex Huskies right on the verge of a victory in week number 1. Let's hear it for the teams you're rooting for as we got Lith on the attack. Shot was just wide. We have a turnaround by Orlando. Devil Hunter with the clear as it goes down towards the net. We have a quick turnaround. Nice little passing play. Teo taking their time. Love to see it. As they get past 2/3 of the team, they send the ball to the wall. Trenton plays the bounce, sends the ball to the other side. Orlando already on it. OT taking over. One touch over to Torrenton. Torrenton into the corner. Bouncing center. Lith is there with the touch. Playing the bounce off the wall. Moving down line now. Straight into that right side corner. Torrenton with the touch on defense. Gets the ball center. Devil with the clear. Moving all the way back into that corner. Orlando with a great read. Sends it back towards midfield. Torrenton sending it back into his corner. Keeping it away from the net as best as possible. There's the shot by Lith. Saved by Devil. Great pass though. As the ball is up, so is Orlando with a shot. Great save by Devil. OT now getting in the mix. Teo taking over. Not quite the angle though. Great boost steal as Lith now takes over. Sends the ball to the other side. In the right side corner of Calculated. Teo with the setup. Again, great shutdown by defense. This time it being Torrenton getting in the way. Nice little back pass. In comes Devil. One touch, one bump. Teo with the send back towards the net. Torrenton with the clear off the backboard. Lith is there with the read. As Lith gets past a Devil, Teo sends it past a Torrenton straight into the corner. Trying to outplay the last defender. Couldn't quite do that. OT with a great read. Lith now back in possession. Gets past Torrenton, not past Devil. Devil sends it to the walls. It turns back into a bouncing play. He plays the bounce. A pass over to OT. Almost there. OT could not quite get to that. It's okay. Teo now getting 50. Ball's going into that right side corner there. Orlando off the backboard. No double tap. Lith with the follow-up. Again, still too high. In comes Teo with the shot, and it's saved away by Devil. Another shot by Lith, and that one's gonna go in. Let's take a look at that replay, shall we? Great offensive pressure. We got Teo with the shot. Devil with the save. Back over to Lith. Great read, great touch. That's gonna go into the top left corner there. Again, just about halfway through the game. 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Kickoff number 2 going into the right side corner of Calculated. As Orlando gets the steal. Ball bounces past a Devil. It's up to OT. A little bit of a soft touch because they got no boost. Devil now can't get past Teo. Torrenton now taking over, playing the bounce off the wall. As it goes back center, there's the pop-up. He does get bumped. OT bumps Teo off the ball. Lith now taking over. One touch downfield. Torrenton now in the way. Orlando with a great steal, sending the ball to the backboard. OT with backboard defense. Sends it off at the left side. And he does get the follow-up off of Teo's touch. Nice little mid-air 50 off the wall. Orlando with the pickup. Lith following it up. Great pre-jump. Couldn't quite get there, though. Love the strategy though. Lith now taking over, ground dribble, keeping up with it. OT with the steal, sends the ball towards the net. It's off the backboard, and he gets it just wide of the net. Teo now with the clear, sends it into the right side corner, tries to play the bounce. Can't quite do that. No follow-up from his team. They were almost there. Another great 50 on Lith. Orlando now with the touch, sending the ball to the other side. Devil's there on defense, sends it down to the wall into that right side corner. Lith with the touch, sends it back out. Torrenton's there. One soft touch, and OT just gets beat to it. It's a nice 50. Ball still just outside of Impex's goal line there. Lith now taking over with little boost to work with. They get a great pass to Orlando. Shot is wide off the backboard. Lith trying to play it. Can't quite do that because Devil Hunter got in the way. Great defense as things quickly turn around. It's a 3v1. There's the pass, and it's still saved away by Teo. We now have all of Impex back on defense here as Orlando takes over, goes with a little air dribble. A nice little pass. Shot is wide. Back into that left side corner. Torrenton trying to clear the way just a little bit. Lith Off the backboard. Open net for a second. They still really take their time. Teo with the turnaround. OT is there. There's the clear. We have 30 seconds and only one goal on the board. Calculated Chaos needs a goal right here, right now, as the clock is ticking down. Teo with the send out. Torrenton off the wall. Plays the bounces double, but they get 50'd really quickly by Lith. OT with the pass over to Torrenton. Calculated Chaos on the offense here. There's the setup. Double defense is on it. Teo with the clear. And OT just misses that one. Orlando now with one last shot and Torrenton with one last save. Impex Huskies taking the win in this series here. A very, very, very close game. Yes, GG's to both teams and congratulations to the winner. Everyone played really well out there. This was an exciting matchup. I believe it's 3-1 is how we ended. Yes, 3-1. Impex Huskies taking the win. GG's. Love the sportsmanship out there, setting up the scrim. Huge W. But that is gonna do it for this series. Again, it was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I hope to see these two teams out there again. If they do decide to scrim, we need to set up like another cast or something, because it was a really good matchup. I think they all had fun out there, so good luck in next week's matchup, everybody. We still have more to come. We still have a couple more RAE teams that need to play, so we will hopefully be seeing them. I know we should have one tomorrow as well, but anyways, y'all have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night wherever you are watching from. Thank you so much for being here, giving us a piece of your day to support the players, the teams, the orgs, the caster, the league, whoever. We all appreciate it, and we're gonna have so much fun coming back watching the VODs of everybody. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. I will catch you next time.